Today on NewsCenter, see how Moorhead helps graduating seniors prepare for their next step in life. Take a look at the Outdoor Off-Road Expo and hear what Allison Lundergan Grimes had to say on her stop through Moorhead. All this and more, now on NewsCenter.
Good evening and welcome to NewsCenter. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jacob Miller.
And I'm Mary Dameron. Here's what's making headlines for October 29th, 2015.
3 Moorhead police officers were responding to a report of a 6-person fight at Walmart when one cruiser crashed into the Valera gas station Friday night. Moorhead police, the Valera Moorhead gas station sign, Moorhead police say that Moorhead Police Chief David Sexton said the officers were driving on the KY32 connector when a vehicle did not move out of the passing lane, when an officer could not pass them and slowed down. That's when Sexton says Officer Tyler Wallace could not stop when the other officer moved to avoid the vehicle that eventually got into the middle lane. Wallace hit the other cruiser, then swerved and went through the bushes near McDonald's, hit the Valera sign and knocked it down. Then the car came to a stop in the gas station parking lot. Sexton says Officer Wallace had to be cut out of the cruiser and that the cruiser is at a total loss. Neither Officer Wallace or the officer in the other cruiser were injured.
A Bluegrass poll released Wednesday evening shows Jack Conway keeping his 5-point lead over Republican Matt Bevin, while Independent Drew Curtis continues to gain traction. In 3 separate polls, Conway has led by 5 points. In the final Bluegrass poll, Conway maintained the lead with 45%, Bevin with 40%, and Independent Drew Curtis with 6%. Conway drew support in from the poll 8%, likely voters who identify themselves as strong Republicans, 10% of likely voters who identify themselves as Republicans, and 15% of likely voters who identify themselves as independents who lean Republican. Conway scored best on the poll's honesty question, as 37% of those polled said he was the most trusted candidate. At 28%, more people were unsure about the answer of who's more honest, picking Bevin or Curtis. The Kentucky gubernatorial election is on Tuesday.
Kentucky Secretary of State Allison Lundergan Grimes made a brief stop in Moorhead on what her campaign is calling the Road to Re-Election Tour. NewsCenter's Chad Hedrick was there and joins us from the NewsCenter newsroom with more.
That's right, Kentucky Secretary of State Allison Grimes made a very brief appearance at the Cracker Barrel in Moorhead on Wednesday. Her campaign told me they weren't necessarily calling it a campaign stop, just lunch with some friends such as Kentucky House Majority Floor Leader Rocky Atkins and Rowan County Judge Executive Walter Blevins.
With just 4 days left until Kentuckians go to the polls, every appearance counts. And if anyone knows that, it's Kentucky Secretary of State Allison Lundergan Grimes.
We are excited to be out on our Road to Re-Election tour. We passed 10 days, 25 counties, and we're excited to be here in Moorhead to greet with folks from all across the region and talk about our record of success and why we need their help to make sure they get out and vote on November 3rd.
Grimes is running for re-election as Kentucky Secretary of State. It's her first election since losing the Senate race to Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell last November by 15 points.
Oh, I tell you, we have had an amazing past 4 years, and every day I think what inspires me the most are the people of Kentucky, and I'm more determined now than ever to make sure that we deliver for the people of this state, continue a record of success and the strong foundation we've built to make sure that we are continuing to build upon that record.
All right. Now guys, unfortunately our cameras were not allowed inside of Cracker Barrel for her lunch meeting, but outside, Grimes stressed to reporters the importance of getting out to vote. Numbers are showing that absentee voting is down from what it was in 2011, and because of that, they are expecting a lower overall voter turnout of less than 28%. In the NewsCenter newsroom, I'm Chad Hedrick. Back to you guys.
Chad, thanks. Election Day in Kentucky is on Tuesday.
Gather together on Monday night to get into the Halloween spirit by participating in their annual zombie walk. NewsCenter's Nick Oliver has the story.
Blood, scars, makeup, and the casual zombie foot drag are all parts of this year's zombie walk held by the organization Alliance.
Zombie walk, that the Alliance has is everybody just kind of shows up at Claypool. People bring makeup. You can be in zombie makeup. You don't have to be in zombie makeup because we do zombies versus survivors. So that can be like a tag game that we play. We reserved a room here in Raider, and we're going to be going in and voting on a Halloween movie that we want to watch.
always a good time with the zombie walk, just the walking, the acting, just the performance aspect of it. I know we bombarded the Arby's one year and like completely just surrounded the windows, and it just made it look so fun, and everybody had a great time. There were so many laughs.
Well, I started this at 4:30. The products I mainly used on my face for prosthetics were liquid latex and cotton balls, which is like a really cheap and effective thing. But this here is actually a silicone prosthetic made with a two-part silicone modeling compound called Third Degree that is used in a lot of special effects things. But the cool thing about this is it can be peeled off and then reused and just stuck back on with more liquid latex. And then it's basically just color in the lines.
For more information about Alliance, you can go to moreheadstate.edu/alliance. Reporting for NewsCenter, I'm Nick Oliver.
Retired Morehead State University professor Dr. Jackie Bizzle passed away October 23rd at the age of 88. Dr. Bizzle served as a sergeant in the U.S. Army Air Corps during World War II and graduated with 3 degrees from Southern Illinois University. Dr. Bizzle was recognized both as an outstanding professor and as an authority on state government. He received MSU's 1979 Distinguished Faculty Award and served as the Faculty Senate, and was nominated by the MSU family in 2011 as one of the most influential individuals shaping the university during its 125 years. Dr. Bizzle was a part of various professional organizations, including serving as president of the Kentucky Political Science Association in 1971. A visitation for Dr. Bizzle will be held from 1 until 2 p.m. Saturday, October 31st at Northcutt & Son Home for Funerals Memorial Chapel. The celebration of life will begin at 2 p.m. Coming up, Michael Jane joins us in the NewsCenter newsroom with our weather, and later we're going to take a look at Eagle Athletics with Kenzie Thompson.
It never gets old, huh?
Nope.
It kind of makes you wanna...
Break into song?
Yup. I love the sunset.
I love Eagle Lake.
I love the forest. I love when eagles play.
I love the campus!
And all its sights and sounds.
Boom-de-yada, 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 boom-de-yada.
I love philosophy.
We love diversity. I love English.
And all its weird words.
I love the music.
And all its melodies. Boom-de-yada, boom-de-yada.
Boom-de-yada, boom-de-yada.
I love fraternities.
I love sororities.
I love to draw things.
And all the athletes.
I love Morehead.
It's such a pretty place.
Boom-de-yada, 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 boom-de-yada.
Claypool Young Art Gallery, located in the center of campus, offers a wide variety of art pieces from various contemporary artists in America. Exhibitions rotate approximately once a month and also host art pieces created by Morehead State University students, allowing art majors to experience the learning process of showcasing their art. Claypool Young Art Gallery. Come on over today and be inspired by aspiring MSU artists.
Welcome back to NewsCenter. I'm Michael Jane. Now taking a look at our weather for right now. In Morehead right now it is 59 degrees and partly cloudy, so we're looking at pretty good skies right now. It feels pretty good out. Our record temperatures for this time of the year, it was 81 degrees back in 1971, so that's quite a bit hotter than it is right now. Our record low was back in 1976. It was 17 degrees. Our normal high for this time of the year is 64 degrees, so we're just a little bit below that, and the normal low for this time of the year is 38 degrees. Now we're going to take a look at our current temperatures from our friends at WKYT. Right now it is 59 degrees in Morehead, 64 degrees in Jackson, we have 62 in London, and 67 down in Middlesboro. Our radar for right now is clear, not a cloud in the sky right now. It feels really good out, and that's supposed to hold out for a little while longer. Our 24-hour planner right now, we are looking at 32 degrees tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., rising up into the 30s and 40s by 10 a.m., and by noon tomorrow it is going to be in the 50s. It's going to be rising up more into the 50s by 3 p.m. tomorrow. We're going to peak at 57 degrees around 3 to 4 p.m. And tomorrow at 6 p.m. we're going to be settling down into the mid-50s. Now I'm going to send it back over to the desk with Jacob for NewsCenter Notices.
Here we go. Thank you, Michael. I'm joined tonight by MSU Professor Jeffrey Hill, who's here to talk about an exciting weekend coming up here on campus, correct?
Yes, that is correct. Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Thank you.
On Friday, next Friday, November 6th at 5 o'clock, teams of production students will basically converge on Breckenridge 228. They'll be handed an envelope that'll have a line of dialogue, a character's name, a prop, and a genre, and they have till 10 a.m. Monday to make a movie. They got about 60 hours to make a film.
Quite the challenge.
Absolutely. And then that Monday, on November 9th, Monday evening at 8 o'clock over at University Cinemas, we'll be doing a world premiere of all of the films, and we'll be giving out first, second, and third place prizes.
Okay, so this challenge is known as the Moorhead Cinema Challenge, correct?
Moorhead Film Challenge.
Moorhead Film Challenge,
yes.
Thank you very much. And how long has this been going on?
This is our 11th year doing it. This is our first time doing it in the fall, so we're kind of excited about that. We have such a huge turnout that they really encouraged us to try to do it in the fall, so we're doing that. It's based on the 48-hour film project, which happens worldwide.
Okay, awesome. And how do students get involved with this project?
If anybody wants to get involved, they would put together a team. They would stop by my office, 203A Breckenridge Hall. There's a application sheet that they can fill out. It's a $10 entry fee, and it's really quite that simple.
Now, is it exclusively for students, or can anybody participate?
It's pretty much just students putting together the main teams. Anybody can get involved with the process, but it'll be a student who's basically the leader of the team.
Okay, and there can be the actor, the producer, the director, the screenwriter?
Absolutely, absolutely. My experience over the 10, 12 years that we've been doing this, we have anywhere from 6 to 12 teams that come out. Teams usually range from about 4 or 5 people to as many as 20.
Awesome. Well, best of luck with the challenge, and thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
We're going to take an extended look at weather with Michael after the break.
MSU is learning.
School spirit. Teamwork. MSU is Greek. MSU is diverse.
Historical.
Beautiful.
MSU is educational.
Fitness.
It's hands-on.
MSU is the sound.
MSU is art.
Quiet. MSU is potential.
MSU is much more.
Welcome back to NewsCenter. Now taking an extended look at weather. Currently in Moorhead, it's 59 degrees. We have some scattered clouds right now. The humidity is at 48%, and the winds are west at 14 miles per hour. Taking a look again at our 24-hour planner. Again, at 7 a.m. tomorrow, we have 32 degrees, so it's going to be really chilly if you're leaving for an early class. I'm rising up into the 30s and 40s until noon, when we're going to be at 50 degrees. Up into the 50s until 3 to 4 p.m. tomorrow, where we're peaking at 57 degrees. And tomorrow at 6, we're settling at the mid-50s at 55 degrees. I'm taking a look at our temperatures again from our friends at WKYT. We have 55 in Owensboro. We have 62 degrees down in Bowling Green and 58 degrees in Louisville. And our radar again is clear right now, and that's going to hold out until tonight for a little while, so we have beautiful skies right now. And now taking a look at our national radar, as you can see through the middle of the country in the south, it is clear. We have some scattered showers in the southwest and also some scattered showers up in the northwest. As you can see though, up in the top of the country we have a lot of rain. We actually have some snow up there in Canada, so winter weather is moving in right now. We also have some showers that are moving off the coast of New England that you can see. But as far as our part of the country, it is clear and beautiful out right now. Tonight's forecast is clear. We have a 0% chance of rain, a low of 37 degrees, and the sun is going to set about 6:40 p.m. And for tomorrow's forecast, it is partly cloudy with a high of 59 degrees, and the sun is going to rise at about 8 o'clock in the morning. Now for Moorhead's 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, Friday, we have 55 degrees as the high, partly cloudy, so it's going to be a pretty nice day. Saturday, temperatures in the low 60s. We have a 40% chance of rain, so hopefully that will hold off for all of your festivities for Saturday. Sunday and Monday, we're looking at some showers rolling in. Especially on Monday, we have a high of 59, and there's going to be some wind, so some gusty showers. Tuesday, we have 70 degrees and milder temperatures, only a 10% chance of rain. Wednesday, we're looking at a beautiful day with highs in the 70s. And Thursday, we're looking at 72 degrees and partly cloudy, so looking pretty good for next week.
Yeah, this next week looks good.
Absolutely. I'm excited for Wednesday, 74 degrees.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Hopefully the weather's good this weekend.
Thank you so much, Michael. Now let's send it over to sports with Kenzie Thompson.
Your home for the Moorhead State Eagles, this is NewsCenter Sports.
The Eagles took on in-conference opponent Campbell University this past Saturday. The Eagles were able to edge out a close win against the Campbells 31-27. MSU was able to move ahead with 6 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter on Christian Robinson's TD run before Campbell drove 12 plays for the go-ahead score. The Eagles took over at their own 36-yard line and marched 7 plays before a third down pass was batted down in the end zone. However, a Campbell defender was called for an unsportsmanlike penalty, giving the Eagles a first down at the 3-yard line. Christian Robinson went off right tackle and punched it in again for his second touchdown in an MSU win. The MSU defense only allowed 2 Campbell touchdowns, with the other 2 coming on a 95-yard kickoff return and 50-yard interception return, and gave up just 253 total yards. The Eagle offense piled up 512 yards, including 328 through the air by junior quarterback Austin Gehafer. Senior receiver Justin Cornwall hauled in a career-best 14 passes for 123 yards. Moorhead State returns home for its next 2 games, and Drake visits Saturday for a 1 p.m. kickoff. After a 110-minute game last Thursday, the Moorhead State soccer team tied Southeast Missouri 2-2 at Jane Stadium. When SEMO's Lauren Campy collided with Moorhead's goalie Caitlin Murphy, the Redhawks had a chance to score on a penalty kick. SEMO's Angie Mann shot right past Murphy to score the first goal for the Redhawks in the 16th minute. In the second half, Moorhead's Danny Wilson and Abby Tim led the way as they both contributed in assisting and making the 2 goals that the Eagles scored that night, putting the score at 2-1 in the 60th minute. But the Redhawks answered back and scored again to tie the game at 2-2. This then put the 2 teams into overtime. While both teams fought for that last goal, the game remained at a tie. NewsCenter caught up with freshman Abby Tim to find out what it will take to step up their game.
I think that our team didn't start out the greatest, but we came back with a lot of fight, and it definitely proved. We came back and scored 2 goals, and then we let 1 in, but I think that we really fought, and it showed that when we play well, we can win games. So. In order to win the next game, we need to come out like we did the second half and play really hard and competitive and give it everything we've got. We need to work on playing 90 minutes. I think that we definitely didn't play the first 45 minutes like we knew we could. The second 45 minutes in the second half definitely showed what kind of team we are. I think that we communicated the second half really well and had competitiveness and wanted to win in the second half.
The Eagles travel to Cookeville, Tennessee tonight to fight against the Golden Eagles of Tennessee Tech. Moorhead State Volleyball took on OVC opponents Tennessee Tech and Jacksonville State University this weekend. Against Jacksonville State, the Eagles were able to utilize a balanced attack that saw 6 players record at least 4 kills to sweep Jacksonville State. Freshman Meredith Jewell led the way for MSU with 12 kills on 35 attacks. Senior Hannah Segala added 8 kills on just 12 attempts and hit for .417. Junior Cindy Schuler and Courtney Smith had 5 kills each. Against Tennessee Tech, the Eagles overcame a slow start and defeated Tech in 4 sets at Weatherby Gym on Saturday afternoon. The win marks their third straight win and moves them to 6-4 in conference play. The Eagles hit at least .200 in all 4 sets and finished at .279 for the match. They had 55 kills to Tech's 46. Morehead State looks to build on their 3-match winning streak next weekend as they travel to Belmont tomorrow and to Tennessee State on Saturday. And now for NewsCenter's famous sports trivia. What freshman soccer player was named OVC Freshman of the Year? A. Abby Tim, B. Danny Wilson, C. Angela Black, or D. Shelby Huddleston? What do you think?
I think that it's B, Danny Wilson.
I'm going to have to go with Michael on this one. I think it's B as well.
All right, I'll call it B.
Well, although Danny Wilson does do a great job, it is C. Angela Black.
Wow.
She scored all of her goals against OVC opponents and even scored 2 goals in just 18 seconds against Southeast Missouri. And I don't know if you guys watch soccer much, but I think that that's pretty hard to do.
Yeah,
so.
it is.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Kenzie. More news after this.
Morehead State University held a graduate fair earlier this week for seniors graduating this December. NewsCenter was there.
Morehead State University held its grad fair for students graduating this December. NewsCenter caught up with Allison Caudill, who says the grad fair was a one-stop shop.
As students approach graduation, they need a variety of information and an official welcome to the Alumni Association. So we host a grad fair in the Student Center each semester for that semester's graduates, and we welcome them to the Alumni Association, provide them with a gift, and then give them information that will help them prepare for graduation. We verify that they are officially registered for graduation with the registrar's office. We provide them with information on how to close out their financial aid with the university, information from graduate offices and career services in case they need extra information about what to do after graduation. And then we also have representatives from an insurance company on hand in case they need insurance services in between graduation and the time they find a job. We have a local embroidery unlimited who's on hand to help them order stoles that they wear with their graduation cap and gown. And then of course the bookstore's on hand to help with all of the ordering of the caps and gowns for the graduates to wear at the ceremony, in addition to class rings and photo frames for their diploma. So the grad fair is just an easy way for graduates of that semester to have a one-stop shop to have all of the things that they need to prepare for graduation.
The first Outdoor and Off-Road Expo was held last Saturday and Sunday at the Morehead Conference Center. NewsCenter reporter Jacob Valerio has the story.
I'm standing outside the Morehead Conference Center, where this year's first Outdoor and Off-Road Expo has taken place.
This is our first year doing it. When our conference center director came on board, he really wanted to do an outdoor show because we're known in Daniel Boone as outdoor enthusiastic group adventurers, and this was the perfect fit for it. So we started planning for it and off we went.
We do a couple of different trail running events. I just naturally contacted the Tourism Commission here in Moorhead just to let them know that we were doing the event, try to work together so that they could promote the event. We could also support them in what they're trying to do.
Tourism Board, they contacted us and said, you know, this is the first year for it, this is what we're going to do, which is outdoors, and obviously this is what we do. So this is a prime spot for us.
Actually, I heard about this event from my good friends that are next door here with Dirt Nasty, and wanted to be here and be part of Round County and Moorhead's commerce here and tell folks about our place and the Outdoor Expo and come here and be set up for it and kind of show our goods and what we do here.
The Outdoor and Off-Road Expo has been confirmed to return next year, so if you missed it this year, be sure to come out next year. Reporting for NewsCenter, I'm Jacob Valerio.
Last Friday, the Student Programming Board hosted a psychic fair as part of their Halloween event. NewsCenter was able to speak with SPB's entertainment coordinator, John Haddix, and numerologist Carol Royale about the event.
We knew we wanted to do a Halloween event. I mean, Halloween is, on any college campus, probably a really big deal. And we said we wanted to do something unique, and the first idea that was thrown out was like a themed haunted house, and everybody on the board immediately said, no, we're not doing a haunted house. There are a dime a dozen. Everybody can go to a haunted house. It's a lot of work, and if you don't have a good turnout, you know, you're out a lot of money. It's a lot of hassle to do something like that. So we said, let's do something efficient, something unique, and something that we can just do in ADUC, and this was a really good solution.
Well, I do numerology, and that's the study of numbers. And what I do is take a person's birth date and convert that to numbers, and take their birth name and convert that to numbers. And then by taking it to the smallest possible number, it tells me out of 9 categories what their attributes were given at birth, which is by their birth date, and what their destiny in life is, which is given by their name that their parents chose for them. I hope that we lift them up. I really do. We say that this is entertainment, and it is, and everybody has free will, and they should live their life exactly like they want. But we try and tell people really positive things, and we hope that just makes them feel a little better about themselves.
As part of their upcoming events, SPB is hosting Thanksgiving-themed bingo night on November 10th and their tree lighting ceremony on November 23rd.
Moorhead State is now offering a winter session that will start December 14th and go through January 11th. The winter session offers students the opportunity to take up to 6 hours of classes in the 4 weeks of a winter's break. You can take the classes at convenience of your own home, and students may register for the winter session during advanced registration starting on November 4th, going through November 17th. New students may register November 18th through December 9th. For more information on MSU's winter session or to apply, visit moorheadstate.edu/apply.
STAR, also known as Saving the Animals of Rowan, was in desperate need of a new heating system before winter, so volunteers set a goal of $8,000 to make repairs to the kennel's heating system. Volunteers say they reached their goal. STAR rescues animals and makes sure they are treated by veterinarians and are ready to be adopted. Even though the goal has been reached for this project, they are always accepting donations. Volunteers expect the repair work on the heaters to be finished in 2 weeks. Well, Mary, you looking forward to this weekend? It's Halloween.
Absolutely. There's something going on tonight, right?
Yes.
ROTC is hosting a haunted house. If you guys want to go check it out, it's going to be at Button, right? And
yes, Button Auditorium from 8 to 11, I believe, and the admission's $5. So if you guys are looking for something to do, you guys can go check that out tonight.
That sounds pretty cool. I think I'm going to try it out.
Yeah, I might be there. I might see you there.
Okay.
Do you have any fun plans for this weekend for Halloween?
Hopefully I'll get some trick-or-treaters this year, and looking forward to passing out candy.
Good. Well, that's going to be all the news that we have tonight. You can find all of it on Facebook and our Twitter pages.
And also catch every NewsCenter episode at msutv.net.
On behalf of Michael Jane with the weather, Kenzie Thompson with sports, and the rest of the NewsCenter team, have a happy Halloween. I'm Jacob Miller.
And I'm Mary Dameron. Thanks for watching.